Sup, nerds? Today I'm going to talk about what makes an ideal teacher, an ideal classroom, and an ideal class. I'll explain the differences between those two later, but I mean, you can kind of understand the idea, right? And to help us with this, we get this little graph. It's, it's more of a piece of cardboard with some letters on it, but I mean, you understand, right? So, let's start with the teacher. What I think makes a good teacher is not really the theoretical side of teaching. Like, I mean, of course, you should know your methods and you should know what fits you. But I think that the human aspects make a teacher great, right? So, for example, we get encouraging. A teacher should motivate their students. We get transparent. What I mean with transparent is that a teacher should show themselves as a human being. Teachers should be introspective. They should reflect on their own practices and in order to improve, right? A teacher should be articulate. They should know how to explain things in an easy manner. A teacher should also be creative. Like innovation is a huge deal in teaching now. And last but not least, a teacher should be knowledgeable. They should know their shit. Now, let's go on to classroom. What makes a good classroom great? I've had a lot of experiences with deficient, let's say, classrooms. For example, they're too hot sometimes, they're too cold, they don't really smell that well. So, when I think of an ideal classroom, I think of a comfortable classroom. A personalized classroom is also a huge deal, specifically for young learners, right? The vibes of the classroom should reflect the vibes of the students, if that's a way to put it. And lastly, a classroom should be accessible. With this, I don't only mean that it's accessible for students with educational needs, but as UDL teaches us, we should adapt a class to everyone. So let's shift over to the last portion of this. What makes an ideal class? And what is the difference between class and classroom? From my point of view, is a classroom is, well, the physical space where a class takes place in, and a class is the mix between classroom, teacher, and students. So, what makes an ideal class? A class should be tailored to the students' needs and their abilities as well. So, what are they good at? What do they need to learn? A class should also be organized. We can't start with the hardest activity, and for this, we use scaffolding. We go from the easiest to the hardest. A class should be engaging. It should catch the students' attention. So, for example, we could use, like, I don't know, some Subway Surfers gameplay or some stuff like that. Kids love that nowadays, right? And lastly, and I leave these for last because I think it's a good way to end it. A class should be reflective. It should leave room for the students and the teacher reflecting on what happened on the class. Like, what did we learn? What was hardest? What was easiest? And that's my view on idealistic teacher, classroom, and class. I hope you liked it. Thank you for listening to my ramblings, and I see you when I see you. I often ask myself how to make